can't have the music on or else YouTube will give me a, what is that called? Somebody else's music, blah, blah, blah. You get so many strikes, they shut your channel down. So, today is August 31st. Excuse me. I'm on my way. It's a 2-hour drive to my dentist. And I'm on my way there. Cordell started school, so I'm by myself. I hate going by myself. I have narcolepsy. I take medicine that helps me stay awake, but I still like to have somebody with me. Because if I start to get tired, I can talk and keep myself engaged. So, but if it should ever come to that, I can just make a phone call and talk to somebody while I'm driving. It's, you know, that kind of thing. Track phone. Cordell is texting me from school. I can't look, but I just saw track phone. It's the phone that he has. Anyway. Today will be my first wax try-in thing or something. I've never done it before. I don't know anything about it. I'm hoping, I brought my GoPro with me. I'm hoping that she allows me to GoPro it. Anytime that I take videos there, I just blur out their faces. Anyway, I hope she lets me. I brought a 5-hour GoPro. Oh, that's 2 from Cordell. I hope he's okay. If anything was wrong, I would hope he would just call me. So, I gotta say that one thing so far, no, there's so many things I hate about not having teeth. One would be, you see my mouth, how wrinkly it is? I had tried it myself. I'm 54 and I really had no wrinkles, and now around my mouth looks like my mom, who is 80. So hold on, we have 4 miles to Interstate 149A. I travel this all the time, but I have some memory issues, so I constantly recheck myself. I could probably go without my GPS on, but I am just so unsure of my memory. But I can say that last time, the GPS tried to take me a different way. And I remembered that it was wrong. I could have went that way too, but I like this way. So, number 2, choking on food. I am constantly choking on food, and I'm not talking about, I'm not eating stuff I shouldn't be eating. I'm just talking, my gums don't touch each other. There's no chewing involved inside my mouth. It is my tongue trying to break anything down that's too big. And so I've choked several times. Now, I have that top plate that's too big for me, and I can't wear it unless I'm wearing glue, adhesive, but I didn't want to put that in my mouth and then have to take it out at the dentist because it gets, my palate should have been widened as a baby, so it is very odd looking up top. It's actually a dig out, and it gets all stuck up in there, and those dentures are making it bleed up in there. It's just a pain in the butt.
Take exit 49A for Pennsylvania.
So, I didn't put them in. But when I'm wearing them, and I hope it's because they're just too big, food gets stuck underneath the back, at the back of my throat, and starts to choke me. So, my mom says that does not happen to her, and I think it's just because they're so big that there's just so much room. Now, I was putting a boatload of adhesive when I put like a bunch of adhesive on there. It was much better, 49A. But there is a warning on the Fix-It not to use more. Hold on, I gotta get over here. Not to use more than necessary because there's zinc in it, and I think too much zinc can cause cancer. I don't know what it does. I'd have to look it up. It's not good for you. 49A, hold on. So then, me putting a boatload of Fix-It on those dentures to make it so I can wear them comfortably is not safe for me. So, thus, I cannot put a bunch of Fix-It on them.
In a quarter mile, take exit 49A for Pennsylvania 100
So,
South.
I feel like I've lost my identity because I look so different than, let me, hold on, is this 49A? I think so. Yes. I feel like I've lost myself. I look at this now, and I don't know me, you know, this is just not me. I need me back. It's that depressing.
1,000 feet, merge onto Pennsylvania 100 South.
It's just so, I know, I did this. I had my teeth pulled. But I can tell you that I have sepsis. And I am dying from sepsis. But I have not had a major septic flare, infection, whatever you want to call it, since 2 weeks after I had my teeth pulled. Hold on, 100.
Continue on Pennsylvania 100 South for half
So
mile.
that was one of the big major reasons why I didn't wait. My teeth were beautiful, but they were getting infected all the time, even though they were okay. And so I made the decision not to wait and let them just fall out one by one, because they were loose. They really didn't know why they were loose like they were, but they were loose. And so when they're loose, you can get bacteria up inside, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, about every 2 months to 3 months, I would get septic, which is very dangerous. It means the infection is in your bloodstream. And I think I got to get over here. And so it's extremely dangerous. And the antibiotics that I've been on for the sepsis are crazy strong and make me feel just terrible. I gotta get over here. Oh, shissels, missiles. Yeah. So, the,
1,000 feet, turn right onto Sheds Road.
the antibiotics were also hurting me. Taking those, it's called Flagyl. Taking that antibiotic every 2 to 3 months for 12 days, 10 to 12 days, not good for your system. Plus, sooner or later, I was going to get antibiotic-resistant infection, and I'd be screwed. So, pulling my teeth has actually, I would imagine, I'm guessing, prolonged my life. I'm happy for that, because I have a plan. So 2013, it was either 2013 or 2014. It was close to 14. It was probably January, February. I think I went in December. I went in the hospital. And then I got out in February. Anyway, when they sent me home, they did not expect me to stay home. They expected I'd be right back and that I wasn't going to make it. But I made it. You know, I went drastic with juicing and my diet was crazy healthy. So now I can't eat my salads that I was living on, and I've gained 10 pounds.
Turn right onto Sheds Road.
Anyway, pulling my teeth has had its good points for my health.
Continue on Sheds Road
Mentally,
for 4 miles.
I would say it's not been real good because I really do feel like I've lost myself. I look in the mirror and I don't know who I see, you know? I mean, I see myself sometimes and I'm like, I'm still pretty. It's okay. And then other times I look at myself and I just don't know, you know? I just feel so lost. And I know people are going to be like, all you ever do is complain. But you know what? This could happen to somebody else that's getting ready to have their teeth pulled. And to be aware of it, like if you know it could be coming, it's actually helpful. So I really do feel lost. I also make videos for a sort of living. I don't make any money making YouTube videos, but companies send me their products and I make videos, and I don't feel like I am representing them well right now. I put those top dentures in when I make the video. I just feel, I mean, nobody knows that doesn't know because they look okay, but I can't explain it. I feel so lost. I feel like, where did I go? You know? And yeah, I'm complaining. I do complain a lot. So what? That's what YouTube is for. Why do you think I made this channel? To help me deal with life. I made this channel in the beginning to help me leave a mark for my kids. Here you're told you're dying, and I don't have any grandkids yet. And I thought, my grandkids will never know me. So I started making the videos because I want my grandkids to know me. I want them, when they do silly stuff or they're acting crazy, funny, whatever, I want them to know, like, oh my God, I'm just like my grandmother. She's crazy, silly. I want them to know who I am. So that is why, not only that, I wanted my sons, mainly Cordell, I wanted him to be able to look back and see me, because when I'm gone, I worry about him. He has so many diseases, and I think when I die, I think he will kill himself. He has Tourette's. He has fibromyalgia. He has AMPS. He's in so much pain all the time. I feel bad for him. He is not on any narcotics. He's just in pain. He's getting ready to start Lyrica. But I hate that he's at 16, 17 got to be on a pain medicine. You know? So my hope, getting my teeth pulled, I want to make it long enough so that maybe Cordell finds a woman that he falls in love with and finds a reason to keep going, you know? Because right now we're a team, and he tells me often that he wants to die, but that he would never leave me. That tells me that when I'm gone, I don't know about his future. So if I can make it until he is older, a little bit older, maybe finds a girlfriend and a reason to love and live. At this point in his life, he feels like, who would want him? He has Tourette's. I know you guys don't see it because you don't see much of him. But he has a lot of tics, moving, But the pain that he's in is terrible. He's been in this pain since he was like 8 years old. His whole life they told him it's growing pains. This child has been miserable. I hate to see it. I'm an ugly crier, I'm sorry. Especially because I don't have any teeth. But, yeah, so my little boy is always telling me how much he's hurting. And all they say is, it's growing pains, it's growing pains. And, I mean, I took him everywhere, and I kept saying, this can't be growing pains. It's just too much. Too much pain to be growing pains, you know. But, of course, he was growing very fast. So, I mean, there was a possibility. 1 month he grew 2 inches. That's a lot to grow. So, you know, they were watching his thyroid. They were afraid he may have had another disease that he was going to grow too much. I was supposed to watch his feet. If his feet should start growing too much, then I'd have to get him in so that they could give him some kind of medication to stop the growth. But, so this kid has had so much, and he's so young. Melanoma at 13. My best friend she's the hairstylist. And she was cutting his hair, and she saw something on his head, and she literally saved his life. At 13, she saved his life. Anyway, just too much, you know. I know so many kids have terrible things. Von Willebrand's is a bleeding disorder. He has it. He doesn't have it. It comes and goes. He has some kind of strange genetic crap. He's missing some kind of chain or something. When I was pregnant, I was told he was trisomy 18 or 19. I think it was 18. I still have the paperwork. Thus, he gets a lot of nosebleeds that are uncontrollable. If they were to check his blood for von Willebrand's, then he would come up, von Willebrand's. But then everything mellows out. It goes up and down. It's just crazy. I mean, it's great that it goes up and down, but that's another disease. He has arthritis. I don't even know anymore all the diseases he has. And he's come up positive for lupus. And then, again, not positive. Positive, not positive. I'm glad it's not positive. I don't want him to have lupus. But the fact that at 16 he came up positive for lupus again tells me that he's probably going to end up with lupus. And that sucks, because he'll just take his life. If it just gets too much, he's going to take his life. So, I know, I'm a bummer. But you see, people say, and you complain so much, or whatever, but this is like therapy for me. I don't have Cordell with me today, and so I can just talk about what's on my mind. I don't go to a shrink, but I use my videos to get things off my chest. It helps me so much to deal with it. I have got to make Cordell so many appointments. I've got to get him to a dermatologist so they can recheck his body for melanoma. I've got to get him to a heart specialist. He's got something wrong with his heart. It's unusually fast. It's been unusually fast for years. He takes a rhythm regulator, but his chest is constantly hurting. His heart is beating so fast. Walking down the hallway to the bathroom from his desk, his heart rate will go up to 200 and something just walking to the bathroom. Thus, this kid gets tired really quick. He has no stamina. And for 16, 17, he just turned 17. That's not right, you know? He shouldn't be tired walking down the hall to the bathroom. We go shopping. He goes and he waits for me. He sits on the bench because he tires out. Anyway, thank you for listening. So I'm hoping that the doc will allow me to GoPro it so you can see what's ahead. I sure hope she sent the first dentures off, and she sent them to Bear Laboratories, and they were terrible. They were so terrible that she kept the bottoms. They were hideous. I wish I would have just taken them. I just didn't think of it. They were the teeth weren't straight up, they were out. It was just a terrible, it just shows you that when you're on Medicaid, that people, companies, whoever, they treat you different. They don't give a crap. They're like, Medicaid, I'm only getting paid $100 to do this. I'm going to do a shit job. And that's pretty much what they did. And the top plate, I mean, they took impressions of my mouth. My teeth were there. I had all my back teeth and my front teeth except one here missing and one here. So they had all that, and they saw how narrow my teeth line was. But did Bear make them like that? No. No, they made the teeth about 1/4 of an inch on each side, too wide. Why? Medicaid. They just did a basic, if you lost your teeth and could not afford dentures, you know, you can donate your dentures and another dentist will just reline them for your mouth. That is pretty much what they did for me. They just made me a basic denture and figured the dentist will reline them. It's not, relining them is not going to work for me because they're just so wide. It's just not going to work. But that's just it. Medicaid, we don't care, you know, this is a poor girl. She'd just be happy she's got teeth. Well, I was not happy. I can't answer that. I wasn't happy that I just got teeth. I want it to be me. I'm so sorry. I know how aggressive and loud that is. Go away. So, yeah, I wasn't happy. I want it to be me. I did not want to be somebody else. I wanted to look in the mirror and be happy. I didn't want to look in the mirror and feel lost. You know? Anyway, I hope this time the dentist is sending them to a local woman that makes the dentures. I'm paying for them to be premium. I haven't paid for them. I have a GoFundMe. It's not doing anything. I don't know how to make it seen. I don't know how to do it. I'm not an advertiser. I make videos for everybody. And I don't know how to make a video for me to make it attention getting. There are so many people begging for money on GoFundMe. And what really, really irks the crap out of me, I mean, I am so happy for these people, but there's people who are asking for money to go on trips around the world and that they'll video it for everybody. And they get thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And all I want is $3,000 just to get beautiful teeth in my face. I lowered my GoFundMe to 15 because I thought I can come up with 15, but I'm not getting anywhere. I have so much stuff I could sell, but it's up online and I'm not. And I have, let's say something was $80. I have it online for 20. It's brand new. Nothing. Do you know people want to pay even less? $80 item, $100 item, $20. They have the balls to say, will you take 10? I'm like, do you understand this is a brand new item? Brand new. Yeah, if you don't want to take 10. And I'm like, no, I'll go without $10. Are you kidding me? Anyway. My best bet would be to have a metal bar put in and then the dentures fit on the bar. That's because of the birth defect that wasn't fixed. My dentist is very worried I'm going to have trouble because of that birth defect that should have been taken care of. If you ever see my denture that I have,